Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Jennifer. Some people call me Jen, some people call me Jenny. Depends on how you know me. But welcome, this is a ready to wear affair where I discuss pretty much all things fashion. This video is part 2 to my part 1 luxury shoe collection video. So without further ado, let's just jump right into where we left off. And so this is coming right after the Malone Soyer cutout pumps I had showed, or booties, or more booties that I had showed just showcased in my last video. So picking it up onto the next shoe are these beauties. These are Renee Caldwell's. They are absolutely gorgeous and stunning, and they're definitely more of a newer addition to my shoe collection. I got these last year, November 2023, for my cousin's wedding when she was getting married in Nigeria. If you haven't watched my Dead to December video, go check it out. It's on my channel. It's super fun. Like, people haven't watched it. I'm like, y'all don't like my vlogs. Y'all like my styling videos the most, which is great to keep on liking them. Like them some more if you can. And like this video while you're at it. And don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. I want my follower count to grow, and it's just barely crawling at this stage. So please like and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and all the things. Back to these shoes. So got these in December. I thought that they went very well with the outfit I was wearing for my cousin's wedding, like our bridesmaid kind of outfit. And I really wanted a platform shoe that would like elevate the dress, because the dress did touch the ground, and so it did just that. It elevated most of it. I still had a little bit kind of touching the ground or kissing the ground. No, it wasn't dragging, but it was like kind of on the ground. But I don't think I'll ever wear the dress again, because it's just like one of those things where you gotta leave to order for that event, and like it's just that memory you have associated with the wedding or the event. So I think the shoes worked out well, and I'm obsessed. These are my first Renee Caldwell's. I love the spiral, the iconic spiral strap, like the ankle strap that wraps around your ankle. And the crystals are just adorned and just dripped in crystals. This entire shoe is just crystal everywhere, and I love that. Very, very signature to the Renee Caldwell brand. And then the soles are really pretty. They're these like sparkly soles. So this is just such a princess bling bling shoe. And honestly, the brand is very much of that like aesthetic. Super girly, super feminine, just flirty. Definitely a shoe for a more formal event. And they're comfortable. Super comfortable. I was a little worried about them not being that comfortable because of the like singular strap-ish situation going on here, but the shoe is very well constructed, because one, I felt a little bit more assured when I saw that this is like 2 straps instead of 1. Imagine if it was just like one singular strap. Oh my gosh, it's giving me PTSD from the Bottega, the foam cord shoes. I forget the name. The shoes have an actual name. I'm forgetting the name. And like single like strap of like death, that chokehold strap in the front. Ugh. But no, alas, these are not all like that. They're extremely comfortable. The second strap really just wraps around like the upper part of your footbed, really giving that added support to prevent like some real serious pain issues down there, and I love it. Plus it has an elastic here at the corner, so it really just stretch and adjusts to your foot size and your foot movement, which I think is just like key elements the Bottega shoes are missing. Like, hello, like Daniel Lee, what were you thinking? Like, what? I'm such a disappointment. Anyway, stop lamenting, Jennifer. Okay, so love it. Love the soles. I mean, I've worn these shoes twice. I wore them more recently, and this is like the second time. So after I wore them in Nigeria for my cousin's wedding, I wore them to the Met Opera to go see A Fire Shut Up in My Bones, and that was part of my April vlog. So if you haven't seen my April vlog, go check that one out, please, please. Fun, artsy, cultural videos. Like, if you want to get to know more about me and my lifestyle and the things I like to get into, check out the vlogs. Check out the vlogs. Okay, love, love, love these shoes. Love the color. Super comfortable. Walked around all day in these. I walked around all day in these in the city. Well, we didn't walk too much. We took Ubers and walked around for a couple of hours, and they held up very well. I would say like a good 4 or 5 hours in them, and then, you know, the typical, I feel like that's a typical standard shoe duration until your feet are ready to just like scream at you, like, get them off me. But yeah, just let me get a little close for you all so you can see just how gorgeous the crystals are. I feel like, honestly, like one crystal fell off, I remember seeing like one, okay, I see one, maybe like one other, can't find it, but stunning shoe, amazing quality. I can't wait to get my hands on another pair of Renee Caldwell shoes. Love the logo back here. So gorgeous. These are leather. Like I said, it's like a fuchsia magenta kind of color. The footbed is leather, and like it's pretty much like leather here. Like the heel part is leather, but it looks kind of like, I thought I saw satin somewhere. No, it's all leather. So it's an all leather shoe. Amazing quality. It does, I mean, it slightly sloshes a little bit, not sloshes, but it shifts because it's an open shoe, right? Like the shoe is pretty open for the most part. So like you're gonna like feel like a little bit of like, you know, your feet moving slightly. And I think that movement really like got some of the ink or the dye off the Renee Caldwell like label there at the heel part of the shoe. But other than that, like I love this shoe, great quality. Crystals are intact for the most part, like 99.9% of them are intact, which is pretty great. But yeah, just love these shoes. Can't wait to get my pair around another. Ooh, I also love these because of the wraparound of the crystals on the heel. Some Renee Caldwell like shoes have them, some don't, and I love that these do. But yeah, 41, my usual size, and it fits perfectly. So these next pair of shoes or heels are by Cesare Schuler. Definitely an oldie but a goodie. I reach for them whenever I need a white shoe that's easy peasy, white, comfortable, you know, can walk around in them for hours kind of situation, and these are just perfect. Perfect go-to white shoes with silver hardware. It has that signature, if you're familiar with the Cesare Schuler brand, or even like their older like handbags that kind of went like iconic status or icon status. I think it's called the PS11 or PS11. Cesare Schuler PS11 bags were like the it girl thing to have at one point back in like 2014, 2013 kind of time frame. And the bag was very signature, like the bag was famous. I'll pop up a picture here if I can find it. And it had like this kind of decal on the front flap of the bag, a similar kind of like decal. And that was like the signature like emblem of the Cesare Schuler kind of like brand at the time. And I don't know if it still is. I haven't seen this on their items or even accessories lately, but it was at some point like on so many of their things. And I really liked that the shoe had that. It was one of those like, if you know, you know. And I got these shoes around that time. So these shoes are pretty old, and you know, they're well worn, as you can see. Could probably use a good cleaning. I don't think I've ever cleaned these. Embarrassing, sorry. Size 41. I must have gotten these from like Essence or something, or Bergdorf. And most of my shoes I get on sale. So I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I remember it was a really good deal. It was probably like $250. I think I could kind of remember paying around $250 for these. But yeah, it's about 4 inches, so not super high. That adds to like why it's not that, you know, painful to walk in all day in these. Like it's actually just not painful at all to walk around all day in these. Leather soles, that are, you know, shows just how much I've worn these shoes over the years, and they've really held up. I haven't even replaced the heel caps, and I think it's time though. It's definitely time to replace the heel caps. But yeah, love these shoes. Don't want to part with them. I think it just needs a little bit of a cleaning and a good spa treatment at the leather spa. So love those. So these next ones, and those are a 41 if I didn't mention that. The Cesare Schuler shoes, the Cesare Schuler shoes I just showed you are in a size 41, EU 41. These are also in the EU 41, and these are Dior, Christian Dior shoes. I remember when these came out. I remember the collection that this came out in. I can't remember the exact year, but I remember like, I'm visually remembering like the looks from the runway. And I loved this shoe. It's such a cool sporty take on an elegant shaped shoe. Like it's a very elegantly shaped shoe, but I feel like the designs in front give it kind of a sporty vibe. Like this mesh detailing here, I feel like it gives it somewhat of a athletic-y vibe. And even like the fact that the soles are like rubber, I would say they're like a hard case or hard shell kind of rubber, or plastic even, maybe plastic. Just to me gives it a more like casual, comfortable vibe. But the irony for these is that they're not comfortable. They're really not. Everything is comfortable, but like the footbed area where your toes kind of are encased, I don't know, they just get really painful. Something in there just kind of digs into like the toe that's like next to the pinky toe. And I don't know what it is, because like the inside is all leather and it's all smooth leather. Yeah, I don't know, but they're not comfortable. After Bottega's, then it's Malone, then it's these. I think the rest might just be comfortable, but these are my third least comfortable shoes. But I love them. I love the color scheme. I remember wearing this with a Stella McCartney dress that I got a long time ago. I like the orange on the inside. And I'm pretty sure I got these because like it was a campaign. I saw this from a collection that Rihanna did a campaign on or something, probably, because you know I love is an understatement. I'm obsessed with Rihanna. And it's a Dorsey style. It has like a, you know, the typical Dorsey cross ankle strap design. It has a Dior name on the insole, as you can see. And then the really fun, cool part is the curved heel. So it's a really elegant, ladylike shoe, not too high, but they're just, I love the pointed toe, of course, but they're just not very comfortable, unfortunately. And the colors, there's like pink, there's like magenta, or no, it's like pink, burgundy, or like wine, like a very deep, dark, almost purple red. There's like a navy blue, there's a thin stripe of light blue here towards the front of the pointed toe area. The mesh design here is in gray, same here. And it's not, like it's kind of a mismatched shoe, which is also so cool. I love things like that. I love shoes that you can tell are, like they belong together, but they're like intentionally mismatched. Love. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the shoe, just not very comfortable. So these next ones are also an oldie but a goodie. They're a classic, you know, your classic pump. These babies are by Prada, and whenever I want that classic pump, like I think the shape of this shoe is perfect. They're definitely well worn. I wear these to work, I wear these for church, like more classic events or classy events or more formal events. And I love the gold Prada logo on the inner side of the shoe. But yeah, love the teal color. Just your classic pump. I don't think I'll ever part with these. They probably do. And honestly, yeah, they need a little bit of care at the leather spa. But other than that, they're in great condition. Now these shoes, I'm probably gonna give away. I got these years ago from Ukes.com. Love Ukes. Got these on a great sale. And I always get my shoes on a great sale. These I think I got under 200. These are by Alexander Wang. Again, I got this like in the 2010s, like 2010, so like 2013 or I think maybe 2015. So I got these in 2015, before everything that came out about him. I purchased these, not knowing clearly, and I loved them because they were so unique and so cool and so chic, and like he made really great shoes. He did, I will have to say it, he did make really good shoes. But, you know, it's just sitting there. I'm probably gonna give them away at some point, but I love like the embossed crocodile, the pointed toe, the crisscross, it's like an ankle crisscross style. 41 is the size, but you know, yeah. So these next ones I don't reach out to as often. These are by Sergio Rossi. I believe Sergio Rossi is like Gianvito Rossi's dad or something. Like they're related. They're very much like directly related. And I got these from Ukes, I believe, many years ago as well. But like I don't really wear them. They're not painful. But like I think one thing I remember about these is that I love the ankle detail because that is the selling point of the shoe. Like the star of the shoe is like this ankle detail, this gold, gorgeous like what do you call that design? Like when it's perforated. There's a word for when things are perforated, like metal. It's not embossed. I can't remember anything these days. I'll put it up on the screen. But and it's in the design of like a cool gold buckle, so it looks like a gold buckle strap, but it's not. It doesn't like, it's not functional. It's just a design. It's gorgeous. Like I said, the selling and the focal point of the shoe, but like it's constricting. I realize that my ankle feels a little kind of like trapped. Like my movement is very limited. My ankle movement is very restricted in these because there's not much room to move and roll around your ankles, because these just really kind of embrace them and encapsulates them and gives them a really tight hug and never wants to let go kind of thing. And the ankles need to breathe. So, but they don't hurt. The shoes don't hurt. Like the footbed doesn't hurt. So it's not, like I said, it's not like a pain. It's just like a not comfortable feeling or constricting feeling that I don't necessarily love. But you know, I wore it a few times. I think I'm probably just gonna end up giving this away. Oh, and I really love the gold that peeps through the peep toe part. So pretty. Also has that like, it's bothering me that I don't remember the name of the like bumpy design on metals. Anyway, yeah, I might give these away. These are $41. These next ones are really pretty shoes by Stuart Whitman. Stuart Whitman is like the king of comfortable shoes. He makes very comfortable shoes, boots. He's very much known for his boots and thigh-high boots. That's his like forte. That is like his bread and butter, I think. He is the thigh-high boot, comfortable shoe king or shoe brand. So definitely check out Stuart Whitman if you're looking for that like sexy thigh-high look for the winter and colder months, but also like not sacrificing comfort. He's like really mastered how to balance both. I will say, and most of his shoes, especially the Highland boots, which were kind of like iconic during like the vlogger.com era, like the 2010s, 2013, 2014, 2012, like that era, 2015. Like his shoes were like the quintessential thigh-high boots, heeled boots, and lower, like not so heeled boots, like, you know, 2-3 inch heel kind of boot, block heel. But he also makes shoes and pumps. Like he's not just a boot guy, he's like all different kinds of shoes guy, and they're all pretty much comfortable. I got these because they reminded me of, and he makes great alternative, not maybe more, I don't even want to say dupes, but like he does a good job of like taking a trend from like another brand that's doing maybe a very famous or popular shoe style at the time, and he'll put his own take on it. But usually it's like a comfortable take, which I love about Stuart. That's what I love about Stuart Whitman. These reminded me very much of the Louboutin, I think they were Hot Chicks. And at one point he had a bunch of like, Christian Louboutin had a bunch of like holographic Hot Chick colors, like different shades of holograph. It was like a pink shade of holograph, a yellow shade of holograph, a blue shade of holograph, a silver shade of holograph. And these came out like around that time. And I remember wanting the Louboutins, and they all sold out, couldn't find it in my size. But then I found these and I like love them. They're not super high, they're pretty comfortable. Love the scalloping, which is very reminiscent of the Christian Louboutin Hot Chick. And I showed that in my part 1 video. Love the pump, love the heel like I said. And of course the holograph color is it's just stunning. And I love how he has like the striping holograph detail kind of like outlining the insole. Beautiful. But yeah, gently worn. I think I wore these once, and I got them, I would say, just before I got the Renee Caldwell, so maybe like October, like fall of last year. But yeah, size 41, that's my size, fits perfectly, leather sole, just a great quality shoe. I think I got those for like under $200, or like $205 or something like that, so it was a really great price. And I think I got them from Neiman Marcus, yeah, online. These next shoes are, wait, I need to like, I hope you guys didn't see it. Okay. These next shoes are like, just a surprise, like dream come true. Like they weren't on my wish list because I didn't even know they existed. But I also just, let me just shut up. I just like show you the shoes. Do you guys see the glorious splendor of the shoes? Like, oh, absolutely stunning. So, quick story. I was browsing Nordstrom Rack here in my area. Just browsing, you know, I just window shopping here and there, not really looking for anything in particular. Of course, I have wish lists in dozens of e-retailer websites that are literally a mile long, but maybe I'll be lucky if I get 1 or 2 things off of them every year. And this was not on any of them because I didn't know these shoes existed, like I said earlier. And I mean, these are clearly the Bottega. If you know Bottega, Bottega's iconic stretch mules. These are the stretch mules, but like a blinged out, more like just fancy, flashy version that's just not so boring. Like I mentioned earlier, like to me, Bottega, and like I said, I'll do like an unpopular opinion kind of video. But Bottega, I don't know, I'm not crazy for the brand the way the Girlies are. Sometimes the designs can be a little bit on the slightly minimal to minimal side of the fashion line for me. Like they can just be a little bit boring sometimes. Like the classic Bottega stretch mules are so boring. So boring, and I get that they're comfortable, but I'd rather just, anyway. These are the Bottega stretch mules on, I don't want to say like anything like explicit, on steroids. On steroids, right? Okay. These are the Bottega stretch mules on steroids. And so, like I said, I was just browsing, window shopping, Nordstrom Rack. I would say about a month ago it's been. I've had these shoes for about a month. And I saw one pair, because what they do is they have like one pair out, and then if you really want to try it on, you have to ask like the attendant or the store associate, and then they'll like go to the back room and bring out the other pair for you to try on. So they did that. But I just couldn't believe they had this in something that was like, in my size. So it technically wasn't my size. These are a 42. And I tried them on though, and they fit perfectly. Now, I know Monroe Steele, who I follow. I've followed her for years, love her. Her and I have the same shoe size. She was a 41 as well. And I think all her Bottega, she's a lot of Bottega stretch mules, and I think they're all a 41. But I think that these are a little small because maybe somehow like these beautiful, gorgeous bubble glass beading details that are just completely completely overtaken the I guess the foot strap, the ginormous singular foot strap in front. They maybe add more bulk to the shoe, and therefore like it's tighter up there. So I realized like they're not tight. These shoes fit fine. The 42 fits fine. But I feel like because these crystal ball thingies add bulk, you're not able to slide your shoe or your foot further into the shoe. Like when I wear them, there's like still space in front. And so that takes away from like the length of the shoe. And so that's why I think the 42 ends up fitting, because your foot is not, like you can't push your foot too far into the shoe where your toes are just like really reaching like the edge. But yeah, so otherwise I'm just so obsessed with these shoes. I'm so happy I found them. Another Bottega shoe that I find to be very interesting and fun, because I love fun shoes. I love interesting shoes. I love conversation starters. If a shoe can be like eye-catching and quirky and fun, but also comfortable, like to me that's the best of both worlds, and that's always like the combo I'm looking for. And I'll sacrifice comfort a little bit, you know, depending on just how much I love the shoe. So I'm just a shoe girl, and I love fun, interesting shoes. I don't love ugly shoes like Margiela Tabbies. I mean, there are some people who know how to rock them, like to the point of it just makes someone like me really consider trying them on. But I'm just not a tabby girl. I'm not a tabby girl. But some people really know how to make me consider being a tabby girl with the way that they style it and rock it. So kudos to those who just really bring out the best in tabby. But I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be. But I am here for these. And it has the iconic like Bottega grip pattern that are on so many of the Bottega shoes. And just give you guys a close-up of these gorgeous like glass ball things. They're not glass, they're like plastic, but it's like lucite, clear, iridescent. Like iridescent, I love iridescent. Anything iridescent, sold. I'm sold. But gorgeous, gorgeous shoe. And I just love that there's silver, so it's pretty much a silver shoe with those gorgeous embellishments in front. And you have the Bottega name on the insole, the back. But yeah, such a find. Definitely one of the best finds I've acquired in years when it comes to fashion. That's such a bargain. I got them for 85% off. The original price for those were $3,900. That's what the sticker said, $3,900. And I ended up paying, I think, $433 or something like that, around that, for those shoes. So, steal. And these things just don't happen. Like, you just have to be at the right place at the right time. You can't predict it. I can't time it. Like, you don't know what the inventory is looking like. You don't know, like, what's in the store when it comes in. Like, it's just chance. And so I was definitely meant to have those shoes. So happy they're in my shoe collection. Okay, these next shoes. These next shoes are a classic shoe. Also blogger.com era shoes. The girls that follow the bloggers know what I'm talking about. These are one of those just iconic shoes that just became very famous and that very much had a cult following when they had their reign. And these are the Valentino Rockstud kitten heels. The Valentino Rockstud, like anything, is something that just very much is part of the whole brand's DNA, like Valentino's DNA. I'm curious to know if Alessandro Michele, the new creative director, will implement much of it in his designs. Is pretty much like synonymous with Peter Paolo's like kind of creative director like direction, and like a lot of his accessories had like Rockstud just implemented in it in some way, shape, or form. Like Valentino Rockstud is just like the two go together like, I don't know, ice and tea. So I'm curious to see how Alessandro Michele will implement the Rockstud into his creative designs for the house. But these are super comfortable. Now that like kitten heels are like back in style, I prefer these honestly to most of what's out there right now. Because these are, one, very comfortable, two, just I love the classic pump, and they're not like boring. I think the Rockstud just makes it more youthful. And I love like the ankle strap. Like the ankle strap goes up a little bit, like just above the ankles, and it gives it a nice, cool, chic look where your like ankles kind of, it looks like an anklet, like you're wearing a really pretty anklet. And that's what I really love about these shoes. And for me, these are kind of almost flesh tone, and so it really looks kind of like a bejeweled anklet situation going on down there when I wear them with the ankles tied up, and I just love them. Oldies but goodies for sure. These are A41 leather, golds, Rockstud. You can't go wrong with the Valentino Rockstud. Pretty sure I got them from My Teresa, if I remember correctly, years ago. These next shoes, and you've probably seen a lot of these shoes, if not most of these shoes, in my different styling videos throughout my channel. These shoes you've definitely seen. I've worn them several times. I love these shoes so much. I got these shoes from, I think, Tradesy. It was either Tradesy or Vestiaire Collective. One of the two. But I got this on the resale market. Obviously, became obsessed with them. I think I've talked about these shoes on this channel before. But became obsessed with them when I saw Rihanna wearing the heeled version. There is a heeled version of this. I couldn't get my hands on it, but I really did like the flat version of them, or like the lower heeled version. These are Christian Dior, and I love the tri-color, like it's like a medley of neutrals. A rainbow of neutrals. This is not like an oxymoron. But gorgeous shoe. They look like your feet are wrapped in presents, or like a bow. Like they look like gifts. They make your feet look like gifts. Gorgeous packaging. And I love how they peek out from underneath like a really cool wide leg jean or a slim leg jean. I wore this more recently in the April 2024 vlog, so go check that out. I wore it with this like really cool, fun Jacquemus top, and love how it paired with it. It's a neutral, so it actually goes with a lot of different outfits and different colors. And love the shape of the heel. It's a boxy heel, but it has like a curved shape here on the side. And it's patent leather. The shoe is pretty much leather with patent finish. Love this bow detailing here. It is functional, I think. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, it's not functional, sorry. But the straps are. So if you can't tell, I love ankle straps, anything that wraps up the ankle. It's just like there's something so sophisticated and elegant about the look, and it just looks so, I don't know, it's a very fashion forward way to make your feet look like chic. And love these, love how they wrap around the ankle. And these are a 41.5. That was the size I could find, and 41.5 is perfectly fine, fits me great. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever part with these shoes. They're beautiful flat. Of course, they're so comfortable. I walk around all day in them. And if I didn't mention, I'm at the like comfortable like flat shoes part of my video. So yeah, explains all the flat shoes I'm showing lately, or like lower heeled shoes. But yeah, I got these repaired. I think once, like the front was like there was scuffs and scuff marks at the points of the pointed toe. So I got those repaired at the leather spa. I think they look fine now, but they're starting to scoff and crack a little bit again. So I might need to take them back soon. But yeah, leather, like I said, Christian Dior from the 2010 era. Iconic, love these. And these had a name as well, but I just can't remember what they are right now. My memory is terrible. Next shoes have just become honestly a shoe closet staple, or just a closet staple in general. These are by Schuler. Yeah, these are by Schuler, and I absolutely love these shoes. These are like your go-to meals. They go with literally everything. I wear them to work. I wear them out with the girls. If I want to be comfortable and very chic, and clearly I love pointed toe, because to me pointed toes are just an instant way to just look elegant and look just like elevate a look. Just add a pointed toe shoe. It could be a mule, it could be a heel, it could be a pump, it could be a kitten heel, and you're already just like elevated. And I love that about pumps, and I love that about these shoes. So these look great with jeans. These look great with, you know, a playful skirt. This looks great with a romper or shorts. Like, this shoe goes with literally everything, and I've worn them to the ground. In fact, they've had several resurrections. They've visited, I think these shoes have visited the leather spa or like the shoe repair shop more than any other shoe in my collection, just because I wear them so much. Like in any given week, I'm wearing it like at least once or twice. So for how much I wear these shoes and how long I've had them, they really have held up. They used to have the Prada Schuler logo here that has since wiped off because of obvious wear. And just all leather, suede. I also have these in a brown suede, but those, the leather strap that holds these two grommet sides together tore. So I'm trying to find the right leather piece, because this is a leather strap, leather piece that they use to tie the two sides together. Just trying to find the appropriate one. I haven't had any luck. Plus, like the buckle detail on the side came off, and like they couldn't find a good replacement, and they used this other random like nail head thing, and that like really hurts and irritates my foot when I wear them. So I just stopped wearing those shoes. But such a great closet staple for me. I got 2 or 3 of them from Moda Operandi years ago, and they were also cult blogger.com era shoes that every it girl had. I remember Ami Song had them. So many from Song of Style, when she used to do Song of Style blog or run that blog. So many people had that shoe, and it was just like such a lovely shoe. It still is. These are my new in, literally like as of today, dad sandals. So I'm not really a dad sandal person, but you know, I'm starting to see. I see what the girlies are seeing finally. So maybe there's hope for the Margiela tabbies. But for now there isn't. And for now there are these. And I saw them randomly online, because I'm always checking Coach. I love Coach. I've been like eyeing this coat for it to go on a better sale than it currently is. And so I was on the Coach website and I saw these like months ago, but I was like, I don't want to pay regular price for them. They're $225 at retail value. And I was like, let me just wait for them to go on sale. But people have been buying them, and so they're like sold out. And they have them in 3 other colors. They have them in white, in pink, and in blue. And I only like the black because the black is the only one that comes in gold hardware. The rest all come in silver, and I'm just like, meh. I'm not against silver, but there's just something so classic about black and gold, especially with the quilted design, because it's kind of giving Chanel vibes. But it's not. Like, you can clearly look at this and know that they're not Chanel. Especially the Chanel like dad sandals, they're just designed very differently. This is just one singular foot bed / one singular platform bottom like material, and I think the outsole, they said, is leather, and the insole and pretty much everywhere else are like man-made materials, and they're just so comfortable. Now these have some weight to them. I know a lot of the reviews, I did some research on them before buying them. A lot of the reviews said they were heavy, but like to me, they're not light. They're definitely not light shoes, but I wouldn't consider these to be heavy shoes. I've definitely felt heavier shoes. They have some weight to them, but they're just not heavy. I wouldn't say they're heavy. I walked around and ran some errands today in them for the first time, and they're super comfortable. It's like walking on clouds. Like the padding here is so, like it's like a cushiony feeling, and it just makes like walking so effortless and like comfortable. And they're like bulky and bulgy, and like it's a typical like dad sandal look. So if you don't like the dad sandal vibe, you're definitely not gonna like these. These just take it up a notch with like the really thick platform, like thick singular platform. But I love them. The turn lock here has like the Coach symbol, which I think is so cool, and it's functional. Like you need to turn the lock to lock it when you're wearing them, and then to open them obviously when you want to get out of them. And like I mentioned, I love the quilted design. I love the gold hardware. This opens up too. But that's just the design, because this piece is just like, it's not functional, it's stagnant. The only part that's functional is this part, and I just showed it to you earlier, or right here. And then you can just lock it and twist the turn lock open and close, which I love. I love that about this shoe design. The details that matter. And so I ended up getting these for $136. They came down on sale, and I just kept checking every day for my size. Like, it's sold out in this combination, but I checked like every day, because people would, you know, I'm sure return things, or I don't know, their inventory would fluctuate, and then I eventually got my size. So people said it ran big. Sorry, it ran small, right? No, sorry. People said it ran big. So to size down. So I sized down, these are 9.5, US 9.5. But I also ordered them in a 10, just in case. The 9.5 fits perfectly fine. So people were right about them running big. But I got them in a size 10 just in case, because now I'm starting to do this thing where I really want to get doubles of shoes that I love, because when it breaks down eventually, you saw these Parenzas, I want to have a backup pair. And so I have another one in a size 10 that I managed to find, which is my usual typical size, that's on the way. So these are called the Coach Peyton Sandal. They're still available, like I mentioned, in 4 colors. So if you would like them, definitely jump on them. The sizes sell out day by day, and they're on sale. Like I said, I got these for $136, and pretty much most websites are selling them for a similar price. Dillard's, Amazon, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, I think. I got these from Dillard's, and the ones that are in size 10 are coming in from Macy's. And that's it. That's it. I have an honorable mention right here. I have like the Steve Madden, actually. So these are shoes I got from Macy's. I got them I think years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. So these are shoes I got from Macy's, I think 2 or 3 years ago. They're by Alfani, this Macy brand called Alfani. And I love them because they're similar to the Coach Peyton ones I just showed you. Like singular platform. These are like slightly not as tall. I think the Coach ones are 1.5 inch thick platform. and this is like 1 inch solid. So also very comfortable. Also has a cushion kind of footbed, which is very, very, very cozy to walk in. And these are great. I like the color because they're more neutral and they're closer to my flesh tone. They're not exactly, they're a little lighter, but I like how they're somewhat closer. So I like to wear them if I want to kind of go for a neutral look. And I love the like single toe, big toe strap in the front. And then you just kind of tie it around your ankle. It kind of wraps around like once as a loop, and then you just like, you know, buckle it in. But super affordable. I paid like, I don't know, I think 50 or 40 bucks for these. And they're old, so they might not be available. But like I said, the Coach Payton ones I just showed you are a great alternative. This is a little more, it's a little more streamlined, so it's not as detailed as the Coach Payton. But I'll link, obviously, everything I showed you all. I'll link in the description box, and if they're sold out, many of them are old, so they probably are. I'll obviously try and find similars for you all. But that's it. I have one more. I have shoes from Steve Madden, these like Hermes dupes, and I'll pop up a picture. They're somewhere. I don't feel like finding them because I just want to wrap this video up. But I wear those quite often as well. And if you want like a dupe to like the Hermes Oran sandals, like the Steve Madden ones are pretty good. And they've held up for a few summers at this point. I think this is like the third, going on the third summer that I've had them. So definitely well worth, you know, I think the 50 bucks or 40 bucks I spent on them 3 years ago. But that is it. That is the end of my shoe video. Like I mentioned, and I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier because the video cut off at one point. And I forgot if I had already mentioned that, but if I haven't yet, I have boots. And so since boots are more winter appropriate, I'll say that for like later on in the year when the weather drops and summer is kind of like over and we're kind of talking about like fall fashion, I'll bring out, or just I'll put together a boot video where I showcase all my boots. But for now, this is a wrap. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what heels in general from the first and this current video are your favorite. Do you own any of these? Do you remember some of these shoes that I referenced from the blogger.com era? Like the ones that made like, you know, icon status or like it girl status. Let me know if you remember any of them or if you own any of them. Shout out below. I want to know which ones. I'm curious to know like what the girlies have been kind of like experiencing and how true to fashion y'all are, and probably also like your age group, because I feel like, you know, millennials will remember. If you're a fashion girl and you're a millennial like me in their 30s or late 20s, you'll remember some of these, and if not, no shade, no tea. It's fine. But I just kind of, you know, curious to know, like definitely like share your comments. Love chatting with you all. And thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. And as usual, please stay blessed, stay safe, stay respectful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, girlies.